Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. It's a tradition that began in 1966, and off we go on a Thanksgiving afternoon in Dallas. And the opening kickoff will not be returned, as that will be a touchback. They go play action with Wilson. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. Well, if they have any thoughts of coming in here and getting this road victory, that's not the way to start it out on the first play of the game.
Yeah, one thing you always say when you go on the road, take the crowd out of the game. They actually brought the crowd into it by permitting that sack right out of the gate.
A situation they'll certainly want to avoid going forward. An early second and long they're facing. Now Wilson. Open target here, Darius Slayton. And he'll be wrangled to the ground right there at the 32-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on first down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at third down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. Now Wilson changing the play. On 3rd and short, they'll try option left. They'll get a couple of yards on the keeper, but it's going to lead to a 4th down.
And if you like defensive football, focus on the defensive end on this play. He does everything exactly right. Reads the play and makes sure he spills it for a small gain.
So still a scoreless game in the first, but they're going to go for this thing on their own side of the field on 4th down. They'll try and run the option. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
I'm laughing because I'm not so sure I would have made this call. I'm not so sure I would have said, yeah, let's go ahead and get this one, especially at this point of the game. But give him credit. He had a feeling and carried it through.
Yeah, that's one where you think, okay, if you're down, 2 minutes left, the ball's near midfield, you go for it. But at this stage, at that part of the field, but like you said, it worked. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Dumps this to his running back, Chubb. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
it's Wilson. Forced out to his left. He'll get this into the hands of the wideout from LSU. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. That one good for 26 and a first down.
As a general rule, offensive linemen like to know where their quarterback's going to be when he's setting up to throw the football. But sometimes they just have to get on the run, get on the move. He was able to do that on that play and picks up a first down with a nice throw.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. Has it to Hyatt on the out route. And so close, he gets it to the one. Out of bounds right there. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. Chubb is into the end zone. Touchdown, Giants. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
Brian Dable dialing up a play call here as they will go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. It's caught. And it's 8-0. So what do you make of that? You go on the road, you score the opening drive touchdown, opt to go for 2, and all of a sudden they're up 8-0.
Yeah, this wasn't a decision that they made right here and right now. They made this decision during the week. Hey, if we get the ball and score right away, let's show them that we feel like we're superior. Go for 2 and really put the pressure on them.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone. And he probably wishes he would have sat on that one. Instead, he's only able to get this up beyond the 15-yard line. Now a timeout called for by the defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. The drive starts with a run by Blue. And they'll blow that one up back at the 16-yard line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. They'll try and run again with Blue. And he'll take this one up over the 20 to the 21-yard line. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with 3rd and about 6 yards to go.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
3rd down and 6. Throwing, Prescott. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And unable to connect, incomplete. Now give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Now a timeout called for by the defense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Going in motion left, that's Campbell. 4th down, Prescott. He's going to go up top again. He's got a man, complete. Touchdown. Kevontae Turpin with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Cowboys' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Brandon Aubrey now for the extra point. He's got it, so they take just the 1 here, and that makes it an 8-7 game in the first. to the touchdown. Aubrey now to kick this one away. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum.
And that's caught inside the 35. Allen hit. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys. So the big gain through the air, but scratch it all off because he could not hang on to the football.
And you have to like what they did on defense here. They didn't give up on the play. Big yardage given up, but they still battled all the way to the end and helped force a turnover.
They start the drive with a give to Blue. They find some open field here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Well, partner, I have to say they caught him in the right defense there. Nickel set. Fifth defensive back on the field, and they love to run against that because now you typically get a bigger blocker on a smaller defender.
Yeah, because those DBs like you, they want the interception. They're not as worried about the running play, right?
Not at all. And I still remember being in school, and one of my offensive line teammates used to say, boy, I'd love to come downfield and hit you little people.
Good run there. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. Here's a give, left side, Blue with it. He gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
3rd and 5. Now Prescott. And he'll just toss it away. So he throws it away, and that brings up 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense. Dak
and the offense still out there. They are going to go for it.
Push him back. Push him back. Switch. Kill. We go 46.
Prescott to throw on 4th. Looking downfield for Jones. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Giants are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. Well, that one was in the air for an agonizingly long time.
Just begging to be picked off, wasn't it? It's one thing if you're throwing a ball like that, trying to throw someone open or lead them into an area. But that ball needed to be thrown with a lot more conviction. As a result, it's an easy interception.
Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Good yardage there on first down. Exactly what you want. Get yourself set up to keep making first downs, keep the clock running. And if they're smart, you're starting to milk the clock. No hurry before you run your 2nd down play.
From the gun, it's Wilson. There's a short one caught by Johnson. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Play action. It's Wilson. He's got it. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 10 more there and another first down.
Oh, nice job there putting the ball right in the doorstep of the goal line. Couldn't quite get in to pay dirt, but he got awfully close. Let's see if they can cash it in over the next couple of plays.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. A great effort there with his 13th rushing touchdown on the year as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point try good by Gano. And the lead is up to 8. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. Been a little bit of an interesting start. The first drive for him, Charles, they had the passing touchdown. The second drive, he threw the interception. So we'll see what this third drive of the ball game brings.
Yeah, it's kind of a tiebreaker, isn't it? I mean, that's a tough part for them and for him because, yeah, things went really well in that first one, not so well on the second one. He wants to get back to what he did to get this game going.
Here's 2nd and 10. Here's Prescott.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating a defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. Prescott now gets this into the hands of N'Keal Harry. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll bring up 4th down. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Now Prescott on 4th down. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. That is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the Giants are going to take over in great field position. The game clock setting at 2:02, so they'll get one play before the 2-minute warning. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Touchdown, Giants. Keenan Allen, 36 yards. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gano the extra point, and the lead is up to 15 now. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. That's going to be taken at the goal line, and he'll return it. And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but
It got his man complete. A big play here for Dallas. And even 40 yards. First down, Prescott. He's going to take another shot here.
And this is incomplete. Oh, he had 6 points right in his hands, but could not hang on.
that's some good closing speed there defensively, because that looked open for a minute. That's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
On second down, it's Jones. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
Here's Prescott.
Pass to the sideline and pulled in.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 16 yards to the 16 and a first down. From the red zone now, Prescott. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. They'll run up the middle here with Blue. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. They'll run. This is Blue. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. Prescott being chased out left.
Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. Picked up by Javon Holland. And the Giants are going to take over once again at their own 25-yard line.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to get with the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
In motion, Slayton.
Coming to you. Mike, 53, Mike.
After the interception, here's Wilson.
Throwing for Chubb, complete on the out route.
And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there.
And, Charles, you think about what this defense has had to prepare for. They're in for a battle. I mean, they're facing a team that is working on a 6-game winning streak.
And that can be intimidating when you think about it in those terms, but I think what they need to do is make some sort of a statement early in this game, whether it's a turnover, a takeaway, a key sack on 3rd down, a 3-and-out, something that lets the other guys know that you mean business. Figuratively, throw the first punch and make it a good one.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Watch 36.
They go play action now. Wilson. That is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. It's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they'll let that one go as it skips through the back of the end zone for a touchback. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
By no means certainly are they out of this contest. 2-score game start of the 3rd quarter, but you feel like if they don't get points and then they give up points, then it can become a slippery slope. This feels like an important possession.
Yeah, and that slope becomes even more slick if you come away empty-handed on this drive, because then you give them a chance to extend their lead. You need some kind of points here, even if it's just a field goal. It's what I call one of those calming drives. Try and slow things down a little bit.
And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's third down.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going, trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Prescott to throw it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
A first down throw for Prescott. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Well, they're in some hot water now after that sack. It's 2nd and 21. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter.
2nd and 21, a lot of ground to cover.
Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense.
Going in motion left, that's Campbell.
Prescott now on second down. Steps away to his left. And the pressure gets to him again. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. He hits blue. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. The Cowboys will go. Prescott.
And he is going to have the Cowboys first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allowed to convert on 4th and long.
Now Prescott. And this heads straight to the sideline. I don't think they're going to let him get away with that. Nope, they won't. Here comes the flag. They lose the yardage, and of course they also lose the down on the grounding call, and it's quickly 2nd and long.
Check 26, check 26. What is that?
Looking to throw. Prescott. Rush coming, and he's taken down. They'll need a big play here, will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long.
Mike 17, Mike 17. Go, get out there, get out there. You better be afraid of me.
They're going to look to throw.
That's caught. It's the former Colt, Paris Campbell.
Still just the third quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Back to throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys.
Kevontae Turpin
with his 14th touchdown of the year, 2nd of the game.
And the Cowboys get a bit closer.
So Dak will bring the Cowboys up to go for the 2-point try. They're going to run for it with Jones. And he'll get in as they're back within his score now. The lead's down to 7.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And maybe some renewed pressure on this unit following the touchdown a moment ago. It's back to a one-score game.
And because of that pressure, because it's now a one-score game, they know this is where you need to slow the momentum change, because otherwise that could overrun your team. You've got to be careful right here.
2nd and 6. Allen, the man in motion left. There's Wilson to throw. And that's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
On 3rd down, it's Nick Chubb. And he's able to pick up the first down here before he goes down at the 26. Call it a gain of 7, and it gets him a new set of downs. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Now it's Wilson. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. These two teams met at MetLife Stadium earlier this year, with the Giants winning that one. So they are gunning for the sweep here in Dallas. 3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. Johnson's got it complete. And he's going to be knocked down hard at the end of that one. And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. They're able to convert with a gain of 4. We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Off the play fake, here's Wilson. He's got Allen. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down. Up the middle, it's Chubb. On a nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. They run again on first down, Chubb. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 47 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
As I take a look at the clock, I realize that this drive has eaten up a good portion of the 4th quarter already. Got to tell you, partner, when you're trying to salt away a game, this is exactly what it's supposed to look like.
In motion, Slayton. From the red zone now, here's Wilson on first down. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
On that snap, he's a hero of his defense after the play he just made. A one-possession game, and his hit kept it exactly that.
2nd and 10. Wilson going to change things up here. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. His throw caught at about the 5. And he's down inside the 5 at the 4 before he's out of bounds.
Sets him up nicely. First and goal. It was a pickup of 14.
And these guys certainly are not hiding what their intention is. They're absolutely showing it. They're definitely not going to sit on this lead here in the fourth quarter.
So first and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
Picked by Kenneth Murray. And the Cowboys are right back in this football game.
A seismic shift in momentum here in the fourth quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
Check, 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 check. Bang, 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 bang. Check, check.
They begin with a carry for Blue. And they'll hit him for a loss as he's back to his 2-yard line. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Out of his end zone, Prescott. And that is incomplete.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Prescott from his end zone on 3rd.
And Prescott, his 3rd interception.
And fantastic field position has them just outside the 10 at the 11-yard line in the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
On this one, incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Now a 2nd and 10.
Wilson.
He's going to drop this one down for Chubb.
And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
Well, if you're going to turn things around in a game like this, Charles, those are the kind of plays that you need.
And I just love the way that defense rallied to the football on that one. They got the completion, but he was smothered behind the line of scrimmage. And when you make tackles like that, your whole defense is going to be fired up. Really nice play getting to the ball.
On 3rd down, Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
They certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And the Cowboys defense is going to get them the football back. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive.
And can they take advantage? Their defense got the 4th down stop, and now they're hoping to find the end zone. A field goal wouldn't be enough to erase this fourth quarter deficit. See the athleticism there of Brian Burns stopping him behind the line. They'll come up now on 2nd down. Going in motion left, that's Campbell.
Prescott from the gun. Dancing to his left. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Trying to get a big strike right there and hopefully tie this game up in the late going. But the coverage was there, and this winds up incomplete.
A big play needed, no doubt. Third and long.
We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they've got a fourth down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for.
Here we go. This is fourth down.
Desperation time. Prescott on fourth. And, oh, that is going to be a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin with those 2 points, making this a two-score game now with time, Charles, clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field. But guess what? This one's now just about over.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And a few kneel downs should come very close to finishing this one off, depending on whether or not we see any defensive timeouts. They still have 2, but using them would just be prolonging what's really already been decided. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Cowboys are going to get it back here just past the 35. They exited the pocket trying to improvise. That was a tough throw, and unfortunately, it wound up in the wrong pair of hands.
And, Brandon, when you're on the run, sometimes your downfield vision can get skewed just a bit. Now, the beauty of extending a play is sometimes your receivers find their way open, but oftentimes you end up closing down part of the field and bringing those defenders to the ball, and that one was picked off.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it.
And the Giants are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive.
They'll be backed up a bit here after the free kick as they start out 1st and 10.
Wilson wants to throw it.
Now this thrown deep for Slayton.
And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York.
Darius Slayton,
82 yards.
And the Giants add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week.
The Giant offense going to stay on the field as they'll go for 2. Wilson going to throw for it. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their 4th quarter lead. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away.
From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return.
The 20 to the 25-yard line. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Well, probably not much that they can do at this point, CD. Down 3 scores late in the 4th quarter. This is going to be a little too much to overcome, you would think.
Yeah, they'll go down swinging, but in the end, I think we saw the writing on the wall a while back because one team was clearly better than the other in this one. And while it didn't quite reach blowout status, I think we knew who was going to win this one well before we got to this stage.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Throwing again. Prescott on 2nd and 10. Blitz coming, and down he goes. They'll need a big play here. Will Dak and the Cowboys after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Throwing. Prescott. And that is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
No choice but to go. Here's 4th down now.
Kill. No. Mike 17.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. So the big play gets them across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Prescott.
That is caught by Lamb.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. To the air again, Prescott. He'll find Harry on the right side. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. Here's Prescott. And oh, it'll be intercepted.
And the Giants are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line.
I think you and I were a little surprised back earlier in the game when he threw his 2nd interception. I mean, who would have thought a quarterback of his caliber picked now 5 times?
It's beyond stunning to me because we're used to that with maybe a quarterback with less experience or less talent. But a quarterback of his caliber, I can't believe what we've just seen.
Absolutely. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time.
And the Cowboys come up with a late turnover, but it will probably only matter to the statisticians as this ball game is now officially over.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And you've got to say, CD, it was the defense who had a big part in the W.
No, without question. When you force 4 turnovers, you get to enjoy the spoils of victory, don't you? It's rare that you force 4 turnovers and lose a ball game. That's almost unheard of. They carried this one home. And you talk about celebrating with each other and being in a position where going forward, all you think about is, let's get 5 next time. They're going to be on the hunt.
So for the Jets, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for Dallas, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.